Right now, a long road to normal. A look at the new challenges local nursing homes and assisted living facilities are facing in the time of COVID-19.
The State Department of Workforce Development has an update on Wisconsin's unemployment situation.
Plus, a former Baraboo student files a lawsuit calling on the district to ban the Confederate flag. The story straight ahead.
This is News 3 Now at 10.
Thank you for joining us tonight. As restrictions are loosened during the pandemic for many businesses, one sector that's among the most threatened by the virus still has a long road ahead.
And Madeline O'Neill tells us how COVID-19 is taking a toll on nursing homes during what was already a challenging financial situation. Maddie?
Many long-term care facilities like Four Winds Manor here are restricting who goes in the building. Here, that's limited to emergency personnel and staff. I spoke with a family off camera who was doing a window visit. They say this has been really tough, especially for their loved one. This has been hard on staff and administration as well, who worry if there isn't change, some nursing homes could close their doors for good.
If I can make a resident smile in a day, it doesn't matter if I got anything done on my to-do list or not.
But that to-do list now includes buying expensive, hard-to-find personal protective equipment and figuring out new creative ways for families to visit without entering these doors.
Our focus is to keep them safe. They are the most vulnerable population, and that's the last thing we want to do is have a virus come in that's going to be devastating.
Lynn Howard, owner and administrator of Four Winds Manor in Verona, knows Skype, phone calls, even window visits just aren't the same.
It's challenging.
But what hasn't changed are the financial challenges that were there before the pandemic. Howard says because of the current Medicaid reimbursement rate, Four Winds Manor loses between $70 to $90 a day on each Medicaid resident, a figure similar for skilled nursing facilities statewide.
We have the second worst Medicaid reimbursement in the country.
President of the Wisconsin Healthcare Association, John Vandermeer, says with Medicaid patients making up about 2/3 of the patient population, skilled nursing facilities lose about $1 million a year. And now they're facing up to 500% increases in costs for PPE.
Whatever can be done to support the important work that they are doing on behalf of our state's frail older adults and people with disabilities can and really should be done in these challenging times.
While federal CARES Act money has been made available for long-term care facilities, Vandermeer and Howard say the next item on the to-do list should be sustained payment reform.
Get that reimbursement up where it needs to be.
The last state budget did include an increase in Medicaid reimbursement, but Vandermeer says a long-term solution will require sustained efforts. As far as reopening long-term care facilities like nursing homes and assisted care facilities, Vandermeer says it's a marathon, not a sprint.
The percentage of new coronavirus cases in Wisconsin continues to stay under the 3% mark. Statewide, there are now nearly 23,000 confirmed cases. 3 more people have died in the last 24 hours, bringing the statewide death toll to nearly 700. The Department of Health Services says 73% of the people who got the virus have recovered. Dane County is now officially in phase 2 of its reopening plan. As of this morning, most bars, restaurants, gyms, and retailers can operate at 50% capacity. K through 12 and secondary schools are also allowed to operate, and playgrounds will be open. Under phase 2, up to 100 people can now gather outdoors and 50 or fewer indoors. UW Health is urging people to quit smoking because it could be putting you at even more risk during this pandemic. Experts say early evidence shows anyone who smokes traditional cigarettes or vape are not only more likely to get COVID-19, but also more likely of experiencing severe forms of the virus. They say while few research studies have investigated the connection between smoking and COVID-19, they know cigarette smoke and vaping aerosol cause lung inflammation and lowered immune function, which are both linked to more severe cases of the virus.
The FDA has revoked its emergency use authorization for the drugs hydroxychloroquine and chloroquine for the treatment of COVID-19. The organization says after reviewing the current research available on the drugs, they do not meet the criteria for emergency use authorization. authorization. Hydroxychloroquine was frequently touted by the president, and he has claimed to have used it himself. The American Red Cross is now testing all blood, platelet, and plasma donations for COVID-19 antibodies. The organization made that announcement today. The test could indicate if the donor's immune system has previously produced antibodies to the coronavirus. Red Cross released a statement saying it hopes the testing will let donors know whether they may have been exposed. However, a positive antibody test result does not confirm a COVID-19 infection. Multiple Houston Texans and Dallas Cowboys football players have recently tested positive for COVID-19. That's according to NFL.com. Now, none of the players were in the team's facilities. Both teams are said to have followed proper health protocols. Neither team is commenting. Some NFL teams started reopening facilities back on May 19th as long as they were in compliance with both state and local rules.
Internationally, Brazil is continuing to get hit hard by the virus, now with the second highest death toll in the world behind the U.S. Health leaders there are reporting more than 20,000 new cases just in the last 24 hours. Despite the severity there, many Brazilian states and cities have begun easing social distancing rules in recent weeks amid growing public fatigue and repeated demands from the president to get the economy going. To weather now, here's meteorologist Dana Fulton with your first warn forecast.
We've been able to enjoy the sunshine for the last several days, and the good news is the sun is going to stay around. It's just going to get a little warmer outside. Today we saw high temperatures in the mid-70s. We started the day off in the mid-40s again. As we look at the next 48 hours, you can see those peaks. Those are our afternoon highs. They steadily increase. We cross into the 80s tomorrow, and then we get close to 90 degrees on Wednesday. Along with that warm-up, our dew points are also going to increase, so it'll start to feel just a little more muggy outside. Tomorrow, plan on high temperatures in the mid-80s. It will be mostly sunny. We stay sunny for Wednesday and most of Thursday, and then rain chances start to develop by next weekend. We'll take a closer look at your full 10-day in just a few minutes.
New tonight, the Columbia County Sheriff's Department is investigating the death of a woman. A witness who called 911 says she jumped from a moving vehicle yesterday. This happened just after 4 o'clock in the morning on County Highway AA in Lewiston Township. The woman, 22-year-old Taylor Neineman of Madison, later died at UW Hospital. Investigators were able to find the vehicle and determined the driver was 24-year-old Jeremiah Collins, also of Madison. Police say he appeared to be intoxicated and was arrested. This remains an active investigation. The Department of Workforce Development is releasing new data tonight about the number of unemployment claims coming through and how many have been paid so far.
Well, the DWD secretary says they are still trying to help people get back on their feet. Amanda Quintana is here with some of that data. Amanda?
In the last week, June 7th through the 13th, there were more than 24,000 initial unemployment applications. That's 1,500 more than the week before. But the grand total of applications since March 15th is over 651,000. DWD says so far 73% of those claims have been paid, while just under 12% have been denied. There are more than 15% of people who have applied who are still waiting for their claim to process. DWD says the average time people are waiting to get their claim paid is 19 days. While regular unemployment insurance is available for up to 26 weeks, DWD says they're also working on a pandemic emergency unemployment compensation program that provides 13 additional weeks of payment, but that program isn't ready just yet. It could be by the end of the month.
President Trump is expected to sign an executive order on policing this week. However, the details of the order have not been released. This comes after another deadly officer-involved shooting, this one in Atlanta on Friday. Lawmakers in Washington have also been working on legislation to address police reform since George Floyd's death last month. That is also expected to be introduced sometime this week. The Oregon Police Department spent the morning doing a virtual bias training workshop. It's part of a new requirement for the department going forward. The police chief there said her staff has attended similar training in the past, but they plan on building on the training moving forward, including classroom training once the COVID-19 pandemic has ended.
Some of the hot topic training ideas are training related to recognizing biases, de-escalation, and good communication, trying to calm down situations. Also, we've tried to identify some good training out there related to mental health and how law enforcement can interact with people in mental health crisis.
The chief says the training consists of 2 parts, fair and impartial police training and pressurized people training. The department is also reviewing police procedures and policies.
Statues around the country continue to be targeted. In Chicago, a George Washington monument was vandalized over the weekend. It follows the toppling or removal of statues of Confederate figures and of Christopher Columbus happening in cities across the U.S. A former Baraboo student is calling on the district to ban the Confederate flag and take a hard look at the way it teaches black history. Deja Banks filed a lawsuit against the district back in January for allegedly failing to respond to multiple complaints of racism. Jamie Perez shares her experience and why she's demanding change.
Actually, it's kind of sad, you know, because there should not be a debate on treating people equally based on their race.
Deja Banks left the Baraboo School District after finally having enough with the racial harassment she said she dealt with for years. On top of being called a cotton picker and the N-word on numerous occasions, according to a lawsuit she filed against the district in January, she also said the school allowed students to wear Confederate flags.
When I went there, they allowed that to happen.
What do you mean? Like, can you give me an example?
They allowed students to wear shirts and hats and belts of the Confederate flag at school, and nothing was said.
Banks said she tried asking the principal to not allow this and tried talking to the students themselves about why it made her uncomfortable, but said that no one would listen. Banks believes a lot of it has to do with how little students are taught about black history.
You would only learn about black history in February, just the month of February, February 1st to February 28th, and then March 1st, it'd be back to white history.
With the issue now being talked about nationwide, Banks wanted to challenge the school district to do something in hopes of making future black students' experience here better than she said hers was.
So there's a lot that I don't know about my history, and that frustrates me.
In Baraboo, I'm Jamie Perez, News 3 Now.
We reached out to the school district for a response to Banks' claims. They said they are not commenting on it. Meanwhile, Banks said they are still in the midst of the lawsuit that was filed back in January.
New tonight, First Lady Melania Trump is launching a children's art project to celebrate the 100th anniversary of women's right to vote. She announced it today. The initiative will solicit drawings from children between grades 3 and 12 depicting imagery related to the suffrage movement. It will all come together in a White House art exhibit opening later in the summer. The Trump administration is expected to file a federal injunction within the next few days, trying to delay the release of a new book that is slated to be released in a week. It was written by the president's former national security advisor, John Bolton. The book was originally going to be released last fall, but it was met with delays from the White House. It's titled The Room Where It Happened, is now slated to go on sale in a week. The president says if it is released, Bolton could face criminal charges. Still ahead tonight, Dana will rejoin us to get a look at our forecast for the work week ahead.
But first, new information from England where a U.S. fighter jet crashed early this morning. The update next.
Fleet Farm has what dads want for Father's Day, whether he's chilling by the fire or heating up the grill. Fleet Farm has great deals for Dad. Get a $10 Fleet Farm gift card when you spend $50 or more on Yeti drinkware. And select Under Armour apparel for the family, 25% off our low fleet price. Plus, Fleet Farm gift cards make the perfect gift for Father's Day. Fleet Farm, built for real life.
The open road, the wind in your hair, the feeling of freedom that drives us to go out and discover. At Chevy, we're committed to getting you there with confidence and peace of mind. That's why your Chevy Clean dealers commit to using enhanced vehicle cleaning measures with CDC-approved cleansers. If you need a new Silverado, get 0% APR for 72 months or $5,500 cash allowance on all Silverado Crew Cab pickups. You may even shop online and take delivery at home where available.
We asked real customers what they really love about Spectrum Internet and TV.
Spectrum Internet has the fastest speeds for everything I do.
There is no turning wheel. It's immediate.
Spectrum's the fastest. Bam.
Get the fastest download speeds with the most reliable performance with Spectrum Internet, delivering starting speeds of 200 megabits. That's more than enough for all your devices for $44.99 a month. Call 833-906-4499.
I can't get over how much on-demand Spectrum has. I can literally watch a new movie every night.
I got all my shows, and he's got all his shows. With the Spectrum TV app, I can watch live TV anywhere. It's perfect.
Add Spectrum TV and enjoy more free HD and more free on demand. Plus, use the Spectrum TV app to watch live TV on the go. All from $44.99 a month. Call 833-906-4499.
The fact that they don't have contracts, that says a lot about their service.
Get Spectrum Internet and TV from $44.99 a month each with no contracts. Install Spectrum services yourself. Get a self-installation kit shipped right to your home. Call 833-906-4499.
How to get more out of your Wisconsin Dells vacation. Ride more rides, slide more slides, maybe even go for a train ride. Have more fun than a barrel of monkeys. Bite off more than you can chew. Who says less is more? More like more is more. Now that's more like it. Hey, you're getting more than you bargained for. All the more reason to do a little more. Need I say more? Wisconsin Dells. That's more like it. Go to wisdells.com and start planning your trip to the water park capital of the world today.
Patty says things are going to get warmer and muggier in the next couple of days.
And Madison City Council will be talking about setting up a civilian oversight board for police. We'll tell you what they would be in charge of doing.
See you from 4:30 to 7 Tuesday.
You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
Welcome back. A U.S. Air Force pilot died today after crashing into the North Sea off England. The F-15 Eagle went down early this morning, but the pilot was not found until this afternoon. The aircraft was based at Royal Air Force Lakenheath, a U.S. Air Force operated based in Suffolk, England. The 48th Fighter Wing said in an earlier statement that the cause of the crash was unknown.
A major victory in the battle for LGBTQ rights. The U.S. Supreme Court ruled today that the federal law protecting workers on the basis of sex also applies to transgender people. It was a 6-3 ruling. Justices Samuel Alito, Clarence Thomas, and Brett Kavanaugh dissented. But in the majority opinion, Justice Neil Gorsuch, who was appointed by the president, wrote, "An employer who fires an individual merely for being gay or transgender defies the laws." And Madison Mayor Satya Rhodes Conway tweeted that it was, quote, especially heartening to get this ruling during Pride Month. Rhodes Conway, of course, Madison's first openly gay mayor. BP is warning the fossil fuel energy sector may never recover from the pandemic. The company says the value of its assets dropped by more than $17 billion. Last week, BP said it would cut 10,000 jobs. The company anticipates demand for oil and gas will not return to pre-coronavirus levels as more people work from home and shift to renewable energy.
The 2021 Oscars are being delayed. Organizers announced today the ceremony will be held on April 25th, not in February as originally planned. That is the first postponement in 40 years, and the coronavirus pandemic is to blame. The Academy is also extending the eligibility window for movies that would qualify for awards. Country star Kenny Chesney has announced a trip back to Milwaukee next year after the singer postponed his 2020 tour due to the virus. Chesney shared the new 2021 stadium dates for his Chillaxification tour. Chesney is set to perform at Miller Park on Saturday, May 8th, 2021.
Another man known for Chillaxification, Gary Canalti, joining us with a forecast. Gary, we're going to oh, it's Dana. Gary is known to chillax, too. But in fact, he's apparently chillaxing too much because Dana's working today. I didn't get the memo, but it's going to warm up this week, Dana.
I'm glad you pay attention to our emails, Eric. I know.
Yeah, I don't check emails.
Nobody checks emails. It's fine. It's okay. Yes, this weekend, fantastic weather for chillaxification-ing. Really sunny, really nice outside. Temperatures were really comfortable, and it's kind of been nice to turn the AC off just a little bit for the last few days. And we're going to stay dry. The rain chance is not developing again until late in the day on Thursday. Our temperatures, though, will continue to climb on up. Tomorrow we'll be back in the 80s, and for the middle of the week, our temperatures will be close to 90 degrees. Doppler radar is nice and quiet. Again, we've had a mostly clear sky today, plenty of sunshine, and overnight we will stay mostly clear. clear. Our breeze coming from the south for tomorrow, so we'll see our temperatures climb up just a little bit more, but we have plenty of sunshine for Tuesday. Mostly clear Tuesday night into Wednesday, and yet again a mostly sunny sky on Wednesday. High temperatures for Wednesday afternoon will be close to 90. So as we take a broader look at what the rain chances look like for the end of the week, Thursday night the rain builds in, a chance for showers late Thursday, mainly along the western edge of the state. Friday another chance for rain, and then Saturday and Sunday it seems more likely that we'll have scattered showers and thunderstorms. Those shower chances continue through most of the day on Saturday, and then we'll have a bit of a break before another round of rain comes through late in the day on Sunday. That will wrap up overnight Sunday night. Timing out for those storms, still just a little too far out to completely iron down some timing, but do know that your weekend plans, you might want to keep a very close eye on the radar, and right now it seems likely that Saturday will just be a little more soggy than Sunday. Our temperature trend for the 6 to 10 day outlook starting to become a little likely that we'll be trending below average. That really lines up with what we're looking at for next week, a little more of a drop in our temps. Our precipitation trend, though, likely that we will continue to trend above average. Some more rain chances expected through the weekend and for next week. Now, tomorrow afternoon, we will jump about 10 degrees. Highs will be in the mid-80s, mostly sunny skies, and it will be, of course, a little warmer outside and just a smidge more humid, but not quite as humid as Wednesday and Thursday. That's when it's going to be a little more muggy. Mostly sunny skies for Wednesday and Thursday as well. The rain chances don't build in until late in the day on Thursday. We'll be close to 90 for Thursday, and then Friday we drop back to the mid-80s. We'll be in the mid to low 80s for the weekend, and we will stay in the low 80s as we head into next week. Some more chances for rain expected to develop by the middle of next week. And right now, unfortunately, the shower chances for our Father's Day on Sunday, it might delay some golf or some grilling plans. But as I said, there's going to be dry hours mixed in there as well. So we'll just be keeping a close eye on the radar so you can figure out when you can get the golf in and when we can cook out later.
So that's for Sunday, but Saturday maybe, I mean, you can have a whole weekend celebration.
Saturday might be a little more soggy.
Okay.
We still have a few days. We still have a few days to iron out the timing, but we'll find those dry hours and we'll get it in the outdoor plans.
We will do it.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
All right, just ahead in sports, Alondo Tucker putting pen to paper and making some poetry while the former Badger great is channeling his inner poet to inspire some change. Zach is in next. He's got sports.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
When America needed us to build, we built. Masks, ventilators, shields. When frontliners needed support, Ford dealers answered. And now we're open and ready to serve you. With special offers like 0% financing for 72 months across the Ford lineup. Stop by a Ford dealership or go online. We've made it safer to shop, easier to buy. Now get 0% financing for 72 months across the Ford lineup. Contact your Ford dealer or stop by today.
Get more help with your laundry at the laundry cleanup sale now at the Brothers Maine. Save time and money with the latest in laundry from Whirlpool, Maytag, and Amana. Maine means more with free delivery on washer-dryer pairs and our risk-free 30-day price and satisfaction guarantee, so you'll be 100% confident with your purchase. That's why we're the More Store. It's the laundry cleanup sale with more selection, more savings, and more help with your laundry. Only at the Brothers Maine, your local store for more since 1938.
Save, we always do our very best to make sure we've got you covered. Restocking our shelves with help from one of the country's biggest supply chains. And we'll continue to bring our A game to get you what you need when you need it most. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
At Papa Murphy's, we knead seriously, chop seriously, and shred seriously. Because we're serious about Tuesdays, even if you're not. Every Tuesday, get a large pizza for just $10. Papa Murphy's. Change the way you pizza.
Today, some things do stand firm. Those you can lean on, the things that matter, and the importance of you being you. That's why, no matter the type of care you need, or the way you need it, we're here every day, safe and ready. Because wherever you are in your world, you're the focus of ours. Safe care your way. Unity Point Health Merida, a partner of UW Health. Know how much you matter to this world.
Welcome, Pump 15. How you doing?
Great.
Would you like a car wash?
As a matter of fact, yes.
Were you wearing your seatbelt today?
I never wear my seatbelt.
What do you think that guy on that post up there would say if you wasn't wearing your seatbelt? We're gonna get him. We're gonna get him real good.
Oh my goodness.
Hello, sir. How you doing? It takes 1 second to strap a seatbelt on. Well, let's do this. Let's do it together.
Okay.
All right, let's do that. I want you to get the rhythm of this. There you go.
Done.
Now, don't that feel better? Click it or ticket.
Download the Channel 3000 First Warn Weather app today.
For the first time in 12 weeks, Wisconsin football was back together doing what they do, getting ready to compete for a Big Ten title. Now, today was a little different than the normal summer lifting and conditioning, but Hunter Badgers still showed up for the voluntary workouts, and they didn't miss a beat, which says a lot about the culture of the program.
That's the secret sauce to this place, and it's the character of our guys, and it's the why of what they're trying to do. Like we've we're fortunate that we've got a group in that locker room that loves football and loves to train and doesn't lose sight of that, and so that's why I'm incredibly optimistic.
Alonzo Tucker rewrote the history books as a player at Wisconsin, but the current men's basketball assistant coach is more than just an athlete. Tucker's a multi-talented man who's using his words through poetry to inspire change.
Taylor with a 2-on-1. Cam wants Tucker, slam dunk, and a foul!
You know about the Alonzo Tucker that can do this.
Drives by Walton, to the rim, layup good! Tucker on a blow-by!
But what about this side of Alonzo Tucker?
And I promise you can hear the pain if you turn down the volume on your stereo type.
I wanted to be that inspiration to say, listen, I'll go out there to the world and show them that I can be more than an athlete.
So Tucker put pen to paper.
A college graduate. Yet all I'll ever be remembered for is the amount of points I've scored.
I just really wanted to tap into my creative side and say, hey, let me use the artistic side of Orlando to figure out if I can inspire.
And is using his voice, his poetry.
Money buys me privilege, my color can't afford.
As a catalyst for change.
I was a great basketball player, so a lot of people understand that. So they feel like, hey, that's a good individual right there. But you're only attesting that or attaching that I was a great basketball player to me being a great individual. So you put me in a bubble.
Placed in a box where there's not a lot of room for growth.
But then when you can have a conversation with me, when you actually say, this guy is more than basketball, he's more than sport, that, I guess, ignites your curiosity to learn more about me.
Which is Tucker's message.
So the divide in America has always been is because of the lack of curiosity or respect of a person because of the color of their skin, or I say sexual orientation or presentation, religious belief, political backing, or stance. So when you can understand to get past that and explore your curiosity, then the more I learn, the more I appreciate who you are.
Educate.
I'm more than black.
Learn.
I'm more than an athlete.
And listen.
We're all here together, we're living together, and we need to figure out a way where we can all coexist and create a better world.
And we're back after this.
It's here, Slumberland's huge clearance event. You do not want to miss this one. Massive markdowns all over. Closeouts, floor samples, one-of-a-kind items, crazy low prices like sofas as low as $278, this gorgeous bed on closeout for only $148, or this classic sectional for just $799. Plus, get totally free doorstep shipping. No contact, no minimum. Hurry into our huge clearance event and save. Only at Slumberland Furniture.
Wouldn't pour OJ this way. And you don't have to pour paint this way either. Try Dutch Boy Platinum Plus paint in the twist and pour container with a built-in spout. Easy to hold, open, and pour.
Right now at Menards, get 11% off everything, including Dutch Boy paint.
You could call the celebrity lifestyle a bit excessive. But what do you call an SUV roomy enough for these good boys? And the ones in the back.
Planning your family's future is as much of a Wisconsin tradition as summers spent up north, the perfect tailgate, or evenings at a festival. That's why so many of us choose EdVest, Wisconsin's 529 college savings plan. Getting started online is quick and easy, and saving early, like before your children take their first step, goes a long way in making higher education a reality for them. Contribute at edvest.com to take advantage of the 2020 Wisconsin state tax deduction.
At Hy-Vee, we put the V in value, and you'll find more value and more ways to save than ever before. With low price lockdown, prices are locked down on hundreds and hundreds of top brands, giving you value you can count on. Every week there are new hot deals that are always a great value and some of the hottest deals around. You'll see value every time you shop. Just look for the price decline signs that point out savings. And talk about value, our Fuel Saver Plus Perks program rewards customers. So far, over 5 million customers have saved over $570 million on gas. And with value brands at Hy-Vee, you save even more. Get good value and national brand quality with Hy-Vee brand products. With Simply Done, our value line of household products, you can really clean up in savings. Plus, there are hundreds of that smart value-priced products to help you feed your family for less. You'll find more ways to save and get more value at Hy-Vee.
Download the Channel 3000 app today.
Mostly sunny skies through Thursday with temperatures near 90 degrees and heat index readings in the mid-90s. Showers by the weekend.
All right. Dana, thank you. Thanks for joining us at 10.
Do something good, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.